right. All right. That looks like it's going. Pause or stop. Cool. I'm going to grab a drink of water real quick here. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Trina Gunzel, and it's nice to meet some of you. Some of you I've seen your faces on Facebook, and other people, it's brand new. So I wanted to get on here tonight, and I was invited to come speak about health and wellness. I kind of made a little cheat sheet so I'd remember to stay on task here. Can you raise your hand just like this if you love Plexus and you would also like to know some ways to accelerate your weight loss or be able to combine foods to help you? Does that sound good? Yeah? Okay, cool. Yeah. Before I actually started Plexus about, gosh, I guess it's been 3 years now. We had moved from Arizona to Missouri, and I was actually in a pretty sad place. I missed my friends. We were in a whole new area. And I found myself eating a lot of biscuits and gravy, and like they have frozen custard in Missouri. And so that was a brand new fun thing for me. And I loved sweets really bad. And so I hit the sweets pretty hard and managed to be about 60 pounds over my normal weight, which was not really comfortable for me. And my husband kept saying, you should check out this Plexus stuff Dusty keeps talking about. You should check this out. And so I finally decided to give it a try because I really struggled with migraines. I had a major, major sweet tooth and, thought that was just normal. And I just was looking for some ways to improve my health too. And so before even finding out about Plexus, my husband and I did this program called Diet Free Life. And the coolest part about it is there is no diet, okay? It's made for people who like to eat. And my husband is about 6'4", 300 pounds. He used to play football. And so some of the other things we've done where it's really restrictive calorie diets, he just didn't like at all. And before, the only way I could really lose weight was to totally limit my eating. And so the part I loved about Diet Free Life combined with Plexus is Plexus gives you the tools and the supplements and the minerals that you need. And Diet Free Life was a way to learn how to eat in a way that was healthy for my body and put my body in fat burning mode. So those are some things I want to speak with you about tonight. The first part about having a wellness mindset, I want you guys to think about if you picture making a paper plate, okay, right now, and if you could write on there what you would eat for comfort food, what's your go-to thing if you're having a hard day, if you're sad, what would you put on there? Would it be more in like the chocolate cake arena maybe? Or yeah, some people are, sugar, and other people like the salts, right? If we get sugar, salt, fat, that's the perfect combination to gain weight, right? And so maybe you're a chips and salsa person, or maybe you like those. Are you chips and salsa? Yeah. Somebody, the potato chips, maybe that's your go-to. Other people, it might be that sweet, salty combination. So maybe you like the pretzels dipped in Nutella or peanut butter. Okay, I know. Hi, Derek. So those combinations will help put weight on you quickly. Like if you want to know how to, quickly put on weight, if you just carb up, that's going to ramp up the scale. So instead, if you would think about whenever you are going to eat something, and my mind has just switched to this so much now, that's just how I look at food and say, is this food really going to make me feel better? When you eat carbs, that initial high, right? Because it spikes your blood sugar. So you eat those potato chips and maybe it's fun when you're crunching at the moment, or that soda, but then you get about 20 minutes later and you're on the other side of the blood sugar crash. So trying to be intentionally thinking about, is that food going to go in your body and make you feel better because you're eating something nutritious, or you're eating something that balances your blood sugar, or is it going to tank your blood sugar? So I just want you to kind of be thinking about that as we talk and share these things tonight, because comfort food versus food that will make us feel good is what we're trying to move from. Okay, the chocolate cake versus how could I eat something like an apple and peanut butter or apple and cheese, or I'm going to teach you how you can eat a burger and actually lose weight, okay, or eat a sandwich or steak, potatoes, and a salad and lose weight. That's what the Diet Free Life is, which is pretty awesome. Another thing I want to talk to you about is healthy fat burning food combinations. And so my son's a type 1 diabetic, and so over the last 8 years raising him, I've learned what food does to blood sugar, okay? Because it's down to the minute. I know when I give Wyatt a certain combination of foods, he will spike, like sushi, fast food. If he's having straight carbs, like straight pancakes, those will just jack his blood sugar fast. And it does that to all of us. You're just making your body work harder. The nice part with Plexus that we've kind of found in combination is that the block, this has been like my new favorite because even with Wyatt, I can see if he's going to eat something and it's really going to jack his blood sugar, then I'll say, so I want to make sure I'm going to take, a block before my 1 or 2 biggest meals of the day. And that's really helping. 2 of those, if you're going to eat pizza, the way you turn it into a fat burning plate is put more meat on your pizza, because your fast carb would be the crust, okay? Then you're going to have your protein. If you just put pepperoni, if you can put pepperoni and ham and what else? What other meat do you get? Sausage, so you're getting more protein, and then have a side salad, you can turn that into a fat burning plate. That's a really good way to do it. If you just eat a straight cheese pizza, you're not getting the protein. So you're better doing, wings and pizza and a salad. You can actually eat that and lose weight. So that's a pretty cool, yeah. That was like, what? We can have pizza and wings? Cool. Okay, so another thing I want to talk to you about, a lot of people think just carbs are bad, right? Oh, you can't have any carbs or you're going to gain weight. That's actually not true. In the diet-free life, the part I love is it just teaches you how to eat right and combine your foods. And so if you're going to have, for example, I think it's easier just to talk about combinations of food that work. And so, for example, for dinner, maybe you have a chicken breast, and then you want a baked potato, and you have some steamed broccoli. If you keep each of those portions to about fist size, okay, or the flatness of your hand, like if you're going to do a steak or chicken, okay, and you combine those, your protein, slow carb, fast carb, that combination will actually help you lose weight. You could eat that and lose weight. Where we get in trouble is if we do the chicken breast, steamed broccoli, and a potato, and then have a soda with it, or we have bread with that. Now you've just doubled your fast carbs in your meal, and now you're going to start gaining weight. So a really easy way to put it is just think about this as 1-1-1. When you're making your meals, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, keep it to 1 protein, 1 slow carb, and 1 fast carb, but each of those should be in the amount of your fist. Does that seem like that's making sense? That's kind of the slowest way. That's the easiest way I can break it down for you. A lot of people will say, oh, how can I put in more vegetables in at breakfast? Because that seems to be one that's a challenge. If you're going to have eggs, one thing I like to do is if I'm going to make scrambled eggs, I'll put some spinach in there. So I'm getting the protein as the eggs. The slow carb would be the spinach, right? And then if you want to have like a cup of fruit on the side, that would be your fast carb. Okay, so sometimes it's nice to just brainstorm out. And if you're not sure if something is a slow carb or a fast carb, you could just Google it. I always want to encourage you to research it, check it out, learn for yourself. I did a wellness workshop and a lady was trying to ask about every single, what about beets? What about peaches? What about carrots? And I was like, just look it up, Google it. But I guarantee it's probably not the carrots that are getting you or the beets, right? It's probably the bread combined with the pasta combined with the milkshake. Okay. When you are out and about, and I know this is a struggle for a lot of people, we're on the road, we're busy, right? How do we go out other than eating in our house and still be able to make healthy food choices? And I want to just share with you a couple tips that we've been doing because we're on a 50-state 3-year tour with our kids. And we have started when we need to go in and get a snack on the road. If you go into the grocery store, you can get, there's already cut up things of fruit and vegetables, and that makes a perfect snack. So another fun thing with this, eating this way, you want to have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? Where you're keeping with the 1-1-1, a protein, a slow carb, and a fast carb. Then the best part is between breakfast and lunch, and between lunch and dinner, you get a snack. Okay, so you're actually eating more. If you can keep your body out of starvation mode, you're going to lose more weight. Okay, and I lost the first 30 pounds just eating like this. Okay, I added in Plexus in September and have lost another 15 pounds on top of that. But mostly for me, I was wanting to learn how to eat healthy food combinations to make the best choices. So another option is if you're going out to eat and say you're with your kids and you need to go and grab a burger, okay? A really great way to be able to eat out and still lose weight and keep your body in that fat burning mode is don't get the combo deal, okay? As soon as you do the burger with the fries and a shake, you've already blown not only your calories, but you're combining so many fast carbs. So a lot of places you can just ask for it bunless if you want. That's a really good option. And if you want to eat the burger, just stick with the burger. Because if you get, like at Carl's Jr., they have a lettuce, you can get it bunless, or they have a thick burger, so you're getting enough protein. If you go to the ones that have a really super tiny thin, burger, you might not be getting enough protein. So just keep that in mind. But if you're doing like the protein with the bacon and lettuce, tomato, and it has enough protein, even if you eat it as a burger, that is still a fat loss plate. And you will actually feel more full. That's the cool part about it. When you don't eat, before I used to be able to eat a burger, a fries, and a shake and still feel hungry at the end. Did that ever happen to anybody, or is that just me? Yeah, because it's spiking your blood sugar. You're having so many fast carbs. Now, if you just go and have the burger with the bun and the vegetables on it, or, if you don't like the cheese, you don't have to get the cheese. Just have that and start noticing how different you feel. Okay? Another tip, and I see Dusty doing this all the time, is just get water. When you're out, get ice water. Instead of a soda or diet soda, you will feel so much better. And these are just little tweaks. If you really, really want a soda, then maybe have that as your snack in between your breakfast and lunch, or lunch and dinner. But I've noticed when I have a Plexus instead, either first thing in the morning or no later than 1 o'clock, that kind of curbs that. Do I need to mute some? Let's see. Just trying to manage. There we go. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about that? I wanted to kind of repeat that for you just to get it, because for some people, they hear that the first time and they're just like, what? I can eat and actually keep my blood sugar up? Okay.
So what you're saying is, as long as there's more protein versus the bread that's there or the pizza crust, then it can be turned into a fat burning item.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. It doesn't mean you can never have pizza. You just want to make sure you're having enough protein, like the size of your fist. Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool. Anybody else have a question about that? Okay. And the other thing is, you will want to check it out to figure out your exact amount for, calorie intake, or what you can have for your snacks. But just to kind of give you an idea, when I'm really, really trying to be good, taking all of my Plexus products consistently, which I've been doing that since September, it's really helping. You have to be consistent on that. But if I really want to dial in weight loss, I always use some kind of app to track my food on my phone. The one that I love is called S Health. If you guys have seen that before. There's lots of them people have on their phones, but I'll just show you an example if you can see it at all. Nope, you're not going to be able to see it. So anyway, S Health, it's cool because it lets you put in, and there's so many, you can just check which app you like. It lets you check your steps, your water, you can put in your meals and track it. And it will also help you figure out the calorie amount for your height and weight and age. For mine, I'm 5'4", and right now, like 158. I'm close to my goal, but not quite there. And for me, that means trying to get back to like 138. I can have between 400 and 600 calories. It's 300 to 500 calories per meal, unless you're doing one as a boost meal once a week. And then the second part was between breakfast and lunch, or lunch and dinner, keep your snack, to under 200 calories or less. And that's really cool, because that means you could have like a snack pudding or one of the small snack size things of chips. Just have it as your snack between breakfast. It doesn't mean you can never have that. You just don't want to combine it with your burger with the buns. And so it's a little bit different way to eat. But when you start eating like this, your body will be in fat burning mode. And what you're going to notice is your blood sugar stays more stable. And so for me, combining Plexus Slim with eating like this has made a huge difference. The ProBio and the BioCleanse. Does this group, is everyone that's about your favorite products? These with the Plexus, you love it? Yeah, I love these too. Those products, I won't go without them. I mean, I feel better. I notice a difference. Consistently working on that. But, you know, as a team, as we can share these things with people that, yes, you get to eat. And for me, I want to own the product and have it as a way in my life where I can show people, look, I'm eating healthy. I'm combining protein with slow carb, fast carb, and I'm eating the products I need. Like I'm taking my vitamins. One of them, I want to share with you that accelerator. I've had people try this product before and the Plexus accelerator, and they'll say, oh, you know, it hurt my stomach when I took it. Make sure they eat something. Make sure they have it like after breakfast. We've been taking it, doing our accelerator with our Plexus Slim right after breakfast. And that has been awesome, because if you have a job where you're working a lot outside, or you go, like we've been going to water aerobics, or walking, and you take that after you have some food on your stomach, it just accelerates your weight loss. And I've been loving that product. Let's see. Okay, I want to give you a tip. If you have plateaued in your weight loss and you're just like, I don't know what's going on, I'm kind of frustrated, I'm taking all my products, I just don't know why I can't lose weight. If you aren't to your specific area in health where you want to be at for your goals, we do detox challenges, and I love some of the detox challenges that Tammy's put out there and Dusty's put. They've been awesome. I wanted to share this other one too, just because it's a little bit shorter. It's kind of intense, but it is the way that kick-started my weight loss. You know, the initial like 36 pounds I lost was doing this. Let me see how many days it is here, because I have the little book to show you. They have a 3-day detox or a 6-day detox. And I did the 6-day detox. And then after that, just started eating this way after the detox, eating with the protein, the slow carb, and the fast carb, and the snacks. And that was how my husband lost 40 pounds and I lost 32. And it was over 2 years, because you have to remember that weight didn't go on in one day, right? So you have to give it the time. But this system, it's a healthy weight loss where you're losing about 1 pound a week. When you do that 6-day detox, you drop between 6 and 10 pounds during that week. And so the part I love is it kind of kickstarts your, excitement for, wow, okay, I'm actually losing weight again. And it helps to detoxify your liver and gut function and everything. And then the Plexus products are really working good, because I even using my products, if we want to overpower the Plexus and all the products, because like me, I was having a really bad cherry Coke craving when we started this trip, and oh my gosh, it has made me want to quit, like never have a soda again, because this last time I did the detox, I had such bad headaches because my body was like, oh wow, I had all that sugar and you haven't been having it for so long. So just be aware of that. You just want to kind of lay low during that time, but I'll give you the website. You can write this down if you want to check it out. It's called, just go to www.mydietfreelife.com. You can also just look up dietfreelife.com. And when you scroll down, you'll find the one, and it's called the Detox Drop. So I don't know if you can see that little booklet, just to kind of give you a reference. Okay, Diet Free Life. And I get nothing out of this. Okay, I'm not affiliated with them or anything. Nothing out of this except your happiness, because I know how it feels when you're trying your best. And like for me, when I started doing Plexus, I was like, okay, I did well, but when I started that detox, I was like, all my regular tricks aren't working. I used to be able to eat so little and lose weight, and it wasn't working. It's because my liver was probably, just gunked up with biscuits and gravy and frozen custard, right? So that's just a tip for you. If you get to that point where your weight loss has plateaued and you're not where you want, go back through and look at the different challenges that Tammy's put up, or Dusty, and do some of those. And the great part about the group detox, I guess that's what you called it, right? Detox, when it was that too. Those challenges are that you have other people supporting you and encouraging you, okay? When my husband and I do this, we do it together because we've tried having one person do it and the other, and it's so hard. It's not fair for one person to be detoxing and the other person's cooking dinner and making the house smell good. So have a buddy that you're trying it with. If you can't do 6 days, do 3 days. That still works. You'll still get a benefit. But like I said, I just recommend that if you're at a point where you're like, I want to kickstart my weight loss again. I want to feel good. And it does make your products work that much better. Take your products all the way through the detox. I stayed on all of my Plexus Slim and the ProBio and the BioCleanse because it just made it better. Like, my headaches were less during it. But now with the accelerator, it's just crazy, like inches. If you add any exercise into your life, that's just another part. If you are going to try this, this is not one of those you can cheat. Okay. I promise you, this will not work if you cheat it even one time, because it resets your body. So you have to stick to it. And seriously, message me or call me if you decide to do it and you're like, Trina, I'm having a chip meltdown. I need to eat the chips. I'll be like, don't do it. Don't mess up your detox. Be strong. Get through that 3 or 6 days and you will thank yourself later. It's not too bad. It's a lot of juice. Just so you know, it's a lot of juice and smoothies. Like, you won't want a smoothie for a few days when you're done, because your smoothie that you eat with it is like 2 meals a day and soup, but it really helps your system. So I wanted to share that with you. And then after you finish those, some people again look at combining foods, right? So sometimes just looking at an idea for breakfast, your eggs with your spinach in it and some fruit. Okay. Has anybody ever made poached eggs, or has it been a while? Have you ever tried the poached eggs? Are actually really good for you because they're just cooked in the water, and then you could still have the toast with some butter on it, and then add, if you want to have some greens on the side. I've actually started trying making myself have like a salad at breakfast just to get in more green vegetables. If there's any way you can add green vegetables to your life, do that. You can have, like I said, that small bag of chips or whatever between breakfast and lunch. If that's when you need that snack, that's fine. But just start looking at things and keeping that to under 200 calories just for your snack between breakfast and lunch and dinner. And then the other thing I want to share with you, for lunch, I just like to share these ideas because traditionally you think, okay, a sandwich, make yourself a sandwich. Well, traditionally 2 pieces of bread, okay, that's fine. If you add your lettuce or tomatoes, cool. But then a lot of people would just put like one little tiny thin piece of turkey or ham. You need to get your meat up there. So be checking the thickness of your hand, because if you're not having enough protein in that sandwich, it's not going to really help you stay in that fat burning mode. Okay. But a sandwich is actually a perfect fat loss plate. You have slow carb, fast carb, protein. Okay. We talked about burgers for dinner. Sometimes less is more, right? If you can think about whole foods, I've really tried with my family to get back to whole foods, and just think about each time, what's a pairing we could make for dinner? Okay, I want to do maybe a grilled turkey breast and some steamed broccoli and a potato. That's really simple. If you want to have the butter and sour cream on it, that's fine, because you've already made it as a fat loss plate. Just keep it to about tablespoon size in the middle. Okay. Another idea, maybe you want to do, if you can boil, or steam or grill food rather than deep frying it or frying things, that's just going to help you. And using those healthy oils like olive oil. My family too, we try to challenge each other, like maybe once a week, to just do an all veggie day somehow and see how creative we can get adding in vegetables. And instead of maybe a traditional steak or chicken, we'll add in trying some tofu recipe or doing a chef salad that has deviled eggs and cheese and avocado, and just kind of trying to think outside the box, because there's no part of this where you should be bored with eating. Just challenge yourself. Try some new green vegetables. Try something at the store that looks fresh, that's in season. It's getting into that fun time of year where you can check out your local farmers markets, and use that as a chance to buy fresh and buy local. If you make hard-boiled eggs, that's always a good protein snack you can have. Jerky. I have people say they're always in starvation mode. They don't have food with them in the car, right? If you can keep almonds, to give yourself a handful of almonds as a snack, or jerky, just watch. Some of the sodium content on those can get kind of high unless you're making your own, which I love, but not everyone does. And then even some of those like quick soups that you can cook. One of my patterns that I love to do if I'm like hardcore, like, okay, before convention, I want to lose another 5 pounds or something, okay? Then I would do the detox. I would stick to my protein, slow carb, fast carb, and making homemade soups. If you'll kind of get in this regimen, like one of my sample days was I would make myself a protein shake, and we have lots of yummy combinations. If you like the chocolate protein shake we have and you want it to be minty, this is another little tip for you, okay? There's a thing you can get at your health food store called liquid chlorophyll. And the mulberry with mint is the best. But if you pour like a tablespoon of that in with the chocolate shake, then you get a mint chocolate shake, and it's really good for your protein shake. So I would do a protein shake for breakfast. If you're doing the low carb ones that it's a snack, then just have that between breakfast and lunch. But if you make yourself the smoothie with blueberries and banana and chocolate, you could have your protein shake, have your snack like apple and peanut butter or apple and cheese between breakfast and lunch. And then at lunch, make some homemade soups. If you can get in the habit of having something with, carrots, I put bay leaf in mine. On my website, trinagunzel.com, I have some recipes. There's like a recipe section in there, and I try to post. I'm going to be posting them on our new blog too. But anytime you can make homemade soups, if you put chicken in there, you have your carrots. If you like onion, you can put it in there or not. But simple spices like bay leaf. Sometimes I'll put cinnamon, like the cinnamon sticks and bay leaf, if you like something like that flavor, and just have a soup going. So if you need a snack, you're not just binging on whatever quick grab is around, because that's what gets us in trouble, right? So like a soup for lunch, and then have another snack. Maybe there's a favorite bar you like, or your bag of chips between lunch and dinner. And then for dinner, maybe that night you want to grill steaks and have steaks with a steak with a salad. And what would be different? Something you like besides a baked potato? Maybe that night you want pasta. You can still have spaghetti. I'm Italian. Okay, I have not given that up. But just keep it to a hand-sized portion. Okay? My family, it was like, here's your plate of spaghetti, right? With like 2 meatballs. You need to have like 3 meatballs, okay? And then your hand-sized portion of pasta and your green salad or cucumbers or whatever you like. Just try some zucchini, okay? So there's a little tip for you. And then Tammy mentioned too, I'm an author. I write nonfiction and inspirational books. And one of the ones I wrote is called Can't Dia Beat Us. And it's the highs and lows of raising a type 1 diabetic child. Any of my books, if you go to Amazon and just Google Trina Gunzel Books, or at Barnes & Noble, Trina Gunzel Books, you'll find them. But one thing that I created is called the pie diet. Okay. And the pie diet, that sounds pretty enticing, right? Like, who wouldn't want the pie diet if I could lose weight doing that? But it's an acronym. And so the pie diet actually stands for physical exercise. That's the P. Intentional eating. That's the I. And then 8 hours of sleep. Okay. That's the E. And the reason I had to design my own program was being a type 1 diabetic mama for the last 8 years. That's what really honestly drew me to Plexus, because my blood sugar was a mess from being up with my son every 3 hours for the last 8 years. I seriously thought I was going to die. I was so sleep deprived. And, when we have little babies, like you have that window, right, of nursing, and we're like, okay, it's a year. We can do this. But it was 8 years of this with my son. And I was just so exhausted. I knew I wasn't being able to lose weight anymore. I know my gut health was in trouble. And so trying to work to get 8 hours sometime in that 24-hour period. So for me, that meant I had to start taking like a 20-minute nap in the afternoon just to give my body some extra rest. If you can do 8 hours at night, that is going to help you. And we know the BioCleanse helps to oxygenate your system. I know that's been helping me sleep a lot better. So that's something you can share with people. So in the P part, physical exercise, is it going to help us if we get exercise? Is that going to double down our efforts anytime? Yes, right? If I want to sit here and say I'm doing Plexus and I'm eating garbage all the time and I'm not working out, I'm probably not going to have very good results. And if you have clients that are saying, oh, I'm trying Plexus and, you know, I'm having pancakes every day and I'm having my pizza for lunch and I'm having dinner at 10 o'clock at night and not exercising, it's probably not going to go very well for them. I mean, these are great products, but if our body is clogged down with toxins and junk food and everything, we need to help it out. So I would always encourage people to get some sort of exercise. Once they start taking the triplex, they're going to be feeling better, but we can help them feel better too by rallying for them, right? Yes, the products are working. Maybe you're feeling a little bit better. So if you've never taken a walk ever, maybe today, you know, try to just do one lap around your house or anything. It could be doing squats. It could be doing push-ups. I went and did the push-up challenge for a while, and that was something that just helped me to take on something like that. Let's see. Is there something in the chat here? Let me see if somebody has a question. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Tammy. Okay. Or Dusty. Thanks, Dusty. All right. So physical exercise, if we can help them, and use that accelerator. If you're going to work out, just lose more inches. That would be my, little commercial for that product, because the accelerator, I didn't really know if it was working that great. And then trying it after exercising and seeing inches go down. My husband and I just did a 5-day intensive outdoor experience training, and we took the accelerator every day, and we brought our snacks, and we made sure we were eating every 3 hours, even throughout the training. And it was awesome. Like, we could physically see ourselves change. And if you end up going out to public places and people are noticing the difference, I just had to share this with you because it was cool. My husband and I, staying at this resort, we are near Las Vegas. We've been here a month. It'll be 2 months at the end of this. And we were doing water aerobics and we were going to the activities. People here could see my husband and I change so much physically just since we've been here. They asked us to teach a wellness workshop. Isn't that cool? Yeah, they were like, I came out, I haven't worn, I didn't know if I'd ever wear a bikini again. And I had this cute like white bikini and we got all tan here. And they were like, what have you been doing, girl? Because you have changed since you've been here. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's in a month we did a detox. We just did another 6-day detox. People ask how often you can do that. This is not my program. This is Robert Ferguson created this. He was a professional boxer and coach. He's awesome. And he created the Diet-Free Life based on how he used to train boxers. And he lives it. He's got some awesome workouts and stuff like that if you want to check it out. But again, his program, so that dietfreelife.com. And just eating that way, it keeps your metabolism revved. So you're going to feel good. You're going to want to work out. Okay. And just stay consistent on your products. That is the biggest tip I can give you. And just start moving. Do some sort of activity. If you don't like to walk, can you swim? If you can't swim, can you do squats in your house? How many people check Facebook or some kind of social media throughout the day? Yeah. I want to tell you, I did the funniest challenge for myself. One time I said, okay, I was kind of on Facebook a lot and my family was like, Mom, okay, we're missing you. So I told myself every time I went and checked on Facebook, even if you're logged in all the time, if you click Facebook in the app and open it, I made myself do 10 squats. I was sore real quick. Okay. And it was a great incentive for me to push myself to either, get off social media more or know that I was going to have to, be doing some exercise. So if you can't do squats, maybe it's push-ups, or just get creative, have fun with it. There's no set thing of what you have to do. Just get yourself moving somehow. Laughing is even great exercise, you guys. Watch some funny movies. Get your spirit up. I'm such a believer in positivity and helping ourselves and being the people that we want to be. That's the individual coaching I do too. I'm a full-time, I do NLP work, and I'm a certified NLP practitioner. And that kind of work is really interesting because if you are somebody who has been traumatized in your life, you've had something happen to you, usually it's before age 7 or something in your life that has physically made your body put on layers protecting you, then that's an emotional issue, and we want to address that too. And by coaching, I'm not a believer of putting people on antidepressants or anything. There is a place for that, but that's just not what I do. It's work where you actually get to the root of the issue, wring out the blessings from whatever happened in that situation, and be able to do that healing work so that you can move forward and be done with that pain. And I've seen some awesome results with that too. One of my clients came out, we did a detox, we did kind of like a wellness workshop, dealt with the emotional parts, and she dropped 11 pounds that week and is down 50 pounds. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome work, and that's been like 6 months. So the body is very good at protecting you. It's good at holding on to calories if we're feeding it junk, right? And it's also really good at working for you if you're giving it the good food and the nutrition, the things that will actually help you move forward. And just think about that. When you're combining foods or next time you eat, I want you to really think about that pie diet, okay? Are you getting physical exercise? Are you being intentional when you're eating? And are you getting 8 hours of sleep? And I challenge you to do those things and just see how that will start working in your life. Plexus is such an awesome combination to this work because your body needs minerals and vitamins, it needs supplements, and there's so much that we're just not getting through our food now, even trying to eat healthy, unless you're growing it in the best soil and getting all the nutrients. It's just a real challenge. I've tried to do that, just eating super clean and growing my own food, and I was still missing things that Plexus has helped, get straight in my gut health. So I applaud you all for doing that. I wanted to open this up and see if you had any questions specifically or anything you'd like to brainstorm. I'm happy to help you. So let me know if I think you can unmute yourself. Yeah. So if there's a question you have, I'm here for you. My background's education and wellness. And so that's what I love doing, is helping people find creative solutions to their unique things. So feel free to pick my brain and we can look at what your needs are. Y'all are so cute. Did anybody have a combination idea like, hey, could I eat this for breakfast? This is my favorite thing. Or how can I eat chips and salsa and still lose weight? Or, hi Gigi. Does anybody have any questions that you want to unmute yourself and ask? Good. Okay. Can you give me a hands up? Was this helpful tonight? Did you guys learn anything new or maybe thinking different about how to combine foods? Awesome. Awesome. And it's recorded for you too. So I'll try to post it. I'll work with Dusty so it can get posted in the group and have the link in case you want to watch it again or check out any more of that. But yeah, that's a big part of it, is just, I think for some people, if you had to pick one thing that was hanging you up, do you think it would be, show me a 1 if it's a sweet issue still, where it's just like, oh man, I really crave those sweets and that's what's getting me. Or show me 2 if it's more of a salt issue, like, I just crave the chunky, like the chips, right? I need that salty stuff, okay? And show me 3 if it's maybe working out is a challenge. Is it physically tough to be able to fit in some exercise in your life? Yeah. Okay. What about 4? Is sleep an issue? Is it a challenge to get the rest that you need? Yeah. Okay. All right. So just to kind of address some of those things that we had here then. So nobody had the sweet part. So maybe Plexus is really helping with that. Cool. Right? Awesome. So the salt part, I want to give you a carrot here. Okay. A little lifeline, a little rope to help on this. So if you're using this type of diet-free life where you're combining a protein, a slow carb, and a fast carb, okay? So just think tomorrow, you know what? You can eat this way and lose weight. If you weren't able to get the exercise you need, you could lose weight just eating like this because I did it. Okay, that was my first 32 pounds. So tomorrow, if you can have some kind of protein in the morning, okay, maybe you can have some eggs with some spinach and some fruit. If you're able to do something like that, some kind of protein. Think about how you can fit that in. Maybe you can just do an apple and peanut butter. And what else is something you would like? An apple and peanut butter is going to be your protein, so you could check with that. You have your apple. If you need more protein, you could add cheese. You don't always have to have the green vegetable. Okay, you don't, I know it's hard to put like a salad at breakfast. So that you want to just keep, if you're just going to do two, say you just want your protein and you want your fast carb, you need to add more protein than the fast carb. Does that make sense? So like you don't want to do a whole giant half thing of peanut butter and your apple. If you did apple, just do one, like a string cheese with it or something, or the protein, but just watch your calories because you don't want to be so far under your calories that you get your body in starvation mode. So if you're just going to do your protein about this, you could do twice as much. Like if you want to have some grilled chicken breast and no carb, you don't want to have the potato or salad, you could do the whole other half of your plate as steamed broccoli and a salad. It could all be green vegetables if you want, okay? Up your green vegetables, up your protein to fist size on your plate. That's an awesome combination. You do not have to have the fast carb. If you don't want the pasta or the bread or the potatoes, that would just probably accelerate your weight loss. But for my people who want the salt, okay, put that in for your snack, okay? Between breakfast and lunch and dinner, find yourself a snack that you like those little snack things of chips that are under 200 calories or 200 calories. You could have that. Or I love one that's like a peanut, salty, and chocolate. I found a protein bar like that, and it's like a crunch bar, and that's 200 calories. So you could have one of those between breakfast and lunch, and then maybe you want your little bag of chips between lunch and dinner. You could have that and lose weight if you just keep it to the small bag. Now, if you're going to sit down with the giant, family-sized Doritos and the chips, that's not going to help you, okay? But a handful of those measure out just the 200 calories or less, and you could still have that, okay? If you like to do the burger and you'd rather have it with your potato chips, then do a bunless burger. Have the burger with like the lettuce around it, with your tomatoes and your meat. That's pretty cool, right? And have your serving of chips. That's pretty cool. You could eat that and that's still going to help you lose weight. Okay. So does that help with the salt? Okay, cool. And then like my family, we love popcorn for a snack. Just have it for your snack. This is a tip too. If you really want to have whatever, the milkshake or the popcorn, just have it like within 2 hours of your meal. It's not that you can't have dessert. Just don't have pasta, meatball, salad, and cheesecake in the same sitting. Yeah, if you want your dessert, just enjoy it. Have it 2 hours later, okay? And maybe you have half of the cheesecake tonight and half tomorrow. Okay. My number one tip for going out to eat, and this is going to help you a lot, okay? If you go somewhere, anywhere, any chain restaurant, any mom and pops, the portions are just too big, okay? When you order your meal, like say you go to Olive Garden. Olive Garden's a challenge, okay? You're going to really have to work there to get enough protein. But say you do like the chicken dish that has the capers and lemon sauce and pasta, right? Ask for a to-go box at the beginning of your meal. Half your meal and put it in your to-go box and eat it for lunch or dinner the next day. That right there would help you start losing weight because the portions are just too big. Everywhere we go, they've given you enough food for 2 people in one meal. So just feed yourself and save it. Now, boom, you've got your lunch the next day. And for my people with the 8 hours of sleep issue, okay, I feel for you. I was there for so long, and I'm sorry because when you cannot get enough sleep at night, I know that affects your blood sugar. Definitely stick to taking your, Bio Cleanse and the ProBio and the Plexus Slim. Make sure you're not taking your Plexus Slim past like noon. I have some people who can't even drink it past 1 or 2, or they will have so much energy they're up at night. So maybe you switch to taking your Plexus Slim in the morning. Some people like to take it about 10 for kind of that, little pick-me-up, or noon. Make sure you're not taking the Edge too late in the day. Those are some things that could be keeping you up. And mess with, your BioCleanse, your ProBio. Some people have to take that during the day. I just had a lady had to switch to morning. I have to take it at night. That's just how it works best for me. But definitely see what your body needs. If you're having an issue with sleeping at night, I'm not sure if it's keeping you up. Right? Is it just not good rest? You might want to try after dinner, if you're staying up watching TV or something, 2 hours after dinner, have a snack. Have a high protein snack, okay? That's 200 calories or less. So whether that's your protein shake, or maybe it's a soup, or apples and peanut butter, apple and cheese, okay? Something like that. Maybe it's a cup of milk and some crackers. Have a high protein snack, because it could be that you're just not having regulated blood sugar overnight, and that can keep you stable. And the other thing I would suggest is, if you just can't get that much sleep at night, if there's any way you can add in even a 20-minute nap the next day in the afternoon, if there's any way you can do that. If you're at work, maybe you have your lunch break and you could eat your lunch and take a short 20-minute nap. That is going to help you at least to kind of get caught up on that rest during the next day. Okay. So I really enjoyed getting to visit with you guys tonight. I'm happy to answer any questions if you want to, tag in if there's something specific that you'd like to know or I can help you with. Let's kind of wait. We're supposed to do a 10-second wait time, right? For teaching me, I always learned in case someone's like, Okay. Well, if there's any other thing, feel free to please put it in the chat box. If you want to connect with me on Facebook, my personal one is Trina Gunzel, and then I can add you there. We have a new page that we're doing with this tour. If you just look up John, Jon, and Trina, Trina, Gunzel, that's going to be our page where we're having our blog and all this fun stuff around the country. If we're ever coming and doing a workshop in your area, feel free to connect with me. I'd love to meet you. And also on there, I share recipes and information. I'm always trying to share healthy things. I have a little side group that I have that I kind of put challenges and stuff into, but feel free to connect with me. I'll answer any questions you have. And again, I'm going to put that one in case anybody decides to do that detox. Like I said, this is just a help for you. You can go to mydietfreelife.com or just Google Diet Free Life or the Detox Drop. You should be able to find it from that. If you message me, if you can't find it, I'll post the link for you. But that one, like I said, to kickstart your weight loss, make sure you're keeping up on your products. The other one I've loved is the X Factor, the aloe. Does anyone take this? This is my favorite vitamin ever. Like, I've never been able to take vitamins because they always hurt my stomach. And for me, I had to have C-sections twice. For the first time, like, my scars aren't hurting. And that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm so excited about that because I was in so much pain, you guys. And Plexus Slim, Dusty sent me some, and some people sent me samples. And when I first tried it in September, end of September, I had 4 days in a row of samples of Plexus Slim, and that was the first time I have not had a migraine in so long. I was hooked. I was like, hey, if I can drink one of these every day and not be down with a migraine 3 times a week, I was like seeing black snowflakes. It was bad. And now I'm just like, I know I had swelling in my neck because we were hit by drunk drivers twice. And so I would just get these horrible migraine, pressure headaches when we had big storms in Missouri. And now, even on cloudy days, I'm not having those. So that's why I love sharing Plexus, because it's helped so much. And I hope it continues to help all of you. I hope this was helpful tonight. And I'll give you one more chance. Any more questions? Okay. Can you show me?
I just wanted to comment that you have answered my questions. I mean, I was going to ask questions, but you answered them.
Oh, I'm so glad.
It was a big help. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that feedback. I really appreciate that, Penny. It was nice to meet you. Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline, Donna, Dottie, Wendy, and Penny.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies, if nobody else has any more questions, and can you give me a little, we'll just wave if this was helpful tonight. It was so fun to visit with you. Okay. I hope you have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.